It's gonna be an off-grid, hillbilly, homemade birthday party. Carolyn, she dropped me a couple hints on what she would like for her birthday. And I'm gonna try my best to make it one of her best birthday parties ever, because she's celebrating her 39th birthday for, I think it's like the 6th or 7th time. So I want her to have a really nice birthday party. I picked up T-bone steaks, and we've been really busy today. Now, when you're cooking T-bone steaks, one of the most important parts is the cook has to have Pabst Blue Ribbon. Now, I don't think you can get away with buying Budweiser, Schlitz, Lowenbrow, or anything like that. You gotta have Pabst Blue Ribbon. For some odd reason, if you cook your steak with Budweiser or one of them others, it ain't gonna work right. No, it just ain't gonna do. You have to have Pabst Blue Ribbon, preferably in the aluminum can. I don't know. I don't know why, but that's just how it works. And it really helps if the cook has one or two of the Pabst Blue Ribbons in him before he starts to cook. So we'll set the camera up here. And you have to do it all caveman style. And what I mean by caveman style is you got to start from scratch. Yep, you got to start from scratch. No chemicals. Oop. Yeah. Well, as you can see, there's already one Pabst Blue Ribbon in me. So, to caveman it, all you have to do is just walk over in the woods, grab some leaves and pine straw. And you folks up north, y'all ain't got no pine straw laying around. I guess leaves and twigs will have to do, but I don't know. So I'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna get some leaves. There ought to be some leaves laying around here somewhere. Because if you want it to turn out right, you got to start right. About 2 good handful of leaves. Put that down in your homemade fire pit. Kindling wood. I got some scrap stuff laying around over here. Yep. That ought to be enough. Stuff's good and dry. It ain't rained for 3 or 4 days. Hey, sweetie, happy birthday. How many times you celebrating this 39th birthday? What is this, 5 or 6? Huh? Okay, I got the birthday girl on the phone right here. Bluetooth headset, can't go wrong. Everybody needs a Bluetooth headset. See there? I can still make the fire and talk to the love of my life all at the same time. Yep. Oh, the ribeyes look kind of crappy. So you're gonna have to settle for T-bone. Now it's cowboy cut T-bone, so it ought to be pretty daggone good. Okay, now to caveman a fire, you put down all your leaves, then you just light them and hope for the best. And ain't no cheating getting none of that charcoal lighter stuff. That just makes the steak taste terrible. You never get it burnt out. Now, a lot of y'all are saying, why don't you just go get some charcoal lighter fluid? Well, that would ruin the taste of the steak. Because when you got a caveman a fire to get it to taste right. Now, if you're eating them old chicken dogs or something like that, yeah, you could do that. But when you're eating real beef, that cow died so you could eat. That cow died for me. I gotta wave my hand because the motion detect. Yep. When you live off grid, everything is motion detect. You don't want nothing. You don't want anybody to know you're here unless they're here and you want to know they're there. Whenever a light pops on, it just makes for that much better shooting. Because you can see them and they can't see you. That's what's called the home field advantage right there. When the light comes on in their eyes, they can't see you, you can see them. Yep, that's the home field advantage. A lot of people think that's a sports term, but nope, it's an off-gridder term. You always want your security lights facing toward the intruder, not toward you. You don't want any glare in that scope at all. I think I'm on to something here. I think I might have enough room to, I think it might actually be going to go. I got smoke. Hell, them fruits out in California, they got more fire than they can deal with, and I can't get one going to cook a big old piece of meat. I think I'm on to something here. I think I might have enough room to, I think it might actually be going to go. I got smoke. Hell, them fruits out in California, they got more fire than they can deal with, and I can't get one going to cook a big old piece of meat. Yeah, folks, it took a little bit of doing, but I finally got her going. Finally got that stuff to get lit off. And you just gradually work your way up in limb size. Yeah. This is the fire pit that y'all watched me build. If not, go back and look at one of my older videos. Off-grid hillbilly homemade, and you'll see exactly how I built the fire pit. Welded up the rack from a bunch of old trip-over metal. Yep. This right here is the base of the fire. So we're starting to get her dead. I think them steaks are gonna be pretty good. Now, a lot of y'all might buy your steak 3 or 4 days ahead of time. It's okay to put it in the refrigerator then. But if you just bought it from the grocery store, just let it lay in the bed of the pickup truck. As long as it ain't over 100 degrees while you're building your fire, it needs to kind of warm up a little bit. You don't want to get food poisoning, but shoot, ain't no sense opening the fridge unless you're getting another Pabst Blue Ribbon. I gotta walk down to the wood pile and get some wood. Well, fire's burning fairly decent. I need to rearrange the logs a little bit. This wood was cut early in the spring. Guy down the road, he had to have electricity, so they come down through and they cut a bunch of trees, and I've been gathering up what's laying there alongside the road. As y'all know, I really haven't had the property long enough to really get some good seasoned wood going. But we're gonna make this fire work. I got the stakes out there laying in the bed of the pickup truck right now, so this fire is gonna work. We're gonna have some delicious off-grid hillbilly home style, or let's see, yeah, off-grid hillbilly homemade steaks. Because like I was telling Carolyn, you only turn 39 for the 6th time once. Yep. After you turn it for the 6th time, there is no going back. But she's going to be 39 forever in my eyes. Actually, she's 29 most of the time. So let's see. She'd be turning 29. Yeah, it's the 16th. Hey, it's her coming out party for her 29th birthday. Her 29th birthday is turning 16 years old. Yeah, that's sweet 16. That's my Carolyn. Yep. Fire's picking up. I've got some really good coals going in there. About time to go ahead and wrap up the baked taters. I've never tried doing taters on top of a wood fire before, so worst comes to worst, we'll throw them in the microwave if they're not all the way done. But putting them on early until the fire gets just right, it might be okay. Got some pretty good flame going right now, but the main thing is I've got some really good coals going down on the bottom part of the fire, and that's what actually cooks the meat. So, giving you a little round and round we go. No, I'm not hammered yet, but see the coals down on the bottom? That's what's actually going to be cooking the meat, because you don't want the flames hitting. But I'm fixing to go inside. I'm fixing to go down inside and get the baked potatoes ready. I'm going to wash them. That way the skins are nice and clean. Just go Rambo on them with a fork, poking the holes in there. I'm just going to coat the whole things with butter, then wrap them up in the aluminum foil, set them on the grill, hope for the best. Because with a baked potato, if it's not right, it's not right. So, like I said, at the end, if need be, I can always just pop them in the microwave for a minute or two. Yep, let me go ahead and put the camera down and go do the kitchen prep work. Gotta wash my hands now. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Just a little update on the fire. Fire's starting to take off pretty daggone good. Yep. Coming around. That's really gonna be some nice coals here in about another 20-25 minutes. So I need to get them taters on. You can't eat steak without taters. It just ain't right. Yep. So now we're going to let that burn up to where we have all that for coals. And we'll add a little bit more wood a little bit later on. So now it's cook relaxment time. That's why you have to buy at least a 12-pack of P.B.R. to cook steak. Steak's still out there in the back of the pickup truck. And I'll show you the complete recipe, all the spices and everything that I use. So let's just sit back and enjoy the fire and a cold P.B.R. Well, update on the fire. It's almost ready. See them nice coals down in there? That is what is going to cook that cow that gave its life so me and about 300 or 400 other people can have a delicious meal.
It's so pretty out here.
Yeah, it is, hon. I love it out here.
Yeah.
This is heaven.
This is home.
All right, we're inside because it's dark. I usually don't use Pam, but it's canola oil. Yeah, canola oil is the key. I usually do this out over the fire, but since I'm making the video, this is what I cook on. This thing is phenomenal. Johnsonville brats, steak, pork chops, hamburgers, whatever. This is the real deal. And yeah, you can see it. We use it a lot. It's a Copper Chef grill and bake mat. Non-stick keeps your grill clean. So I never have to clean the grill out there because the food never touches it. So this, we throw it in the sink, and that's all there is to it. I thought you could never get enough canola oil. Usually it burns up, but now what I always do is I start with the ground black pepper, the grinder. Now this is before you even put your steak on. So this is usually charred whenever but I love for all this to be hot. So then we go with crushed red pepper. Carolyn likes her food just a little bit of hot and spicy because she's just that kind of girl. That's why she's celebrating her 29th birthday for the 16th time. So it's her sweet 16.
Yeah.
Here is the star. This is Angus T-bone steak. Carolyn actually requested ribeye because I do a kick butt ribeye, but the ribeyes didn't look that good. So we got T-bone, my favorite, because if you're feeling it the way I feel eating a steak, sometimes I just pick it up by the bone and eat it. It is some kind of something else. Now, for all y'all that have never done baked potatoes over an open fire, you'll be joining the club I'm in. I've never tried this, but we're going to see what happens. Like I say, worst comes to worst if they're not done. One, I have more taters if I do ruin them. Two, we do have a microwave because we are solar power. Our batteries are sitting at about 13.5 right now. I just went down and checked, and so worst comes to worst, we'll nuke them. But I'd really like to cook Carolyn's birthday dinner 100% over the fire because she's just a natural kind of girl, and I want to give her the perfect birthday. All right. Now, these are 1.5 pound T-bones. nice and thick. Are you getting that?
No.
Pound and a half T-bones.
Mm-hmm.
That's Angus, baby. That is what I'm talking about. And Carolyn reminded me that YouTube is a video platform. So here's the steaks after they've been on for about 4 minutes. I'm about ready to clip them. As you can tell, I definitely seasoned them on the top. The canola oil, everything I put on inside, I put on the outside. So I'm gonna flip them over. They're seared well, and we're cooking on. Now when you're cooking over the open fire, since it's uneven heat, you flip it the first time exactly where it was laying. Oh yeah. Carolyn, come on up and show how the spices actually adhere to the meat with the canola oil. How's that? Nice brown. I think it's about time to turn the baked potatoes. Try not to puncture them. I can say it's the first time I've tried baked potatoes over the fire. So that, oh my. Oh yeah, those are gonna be good. Yeah, those are going to be killer. Now, we'll go 5 minutes on this side, then we'll flip them. The way we keep the steak juicy is we continually flip every 5 minutes. That way the juices stay inside. This side is nice and seared, and these should be really good steaks in about 15 minutes. Look at these steaks. See the smoke coming up. Now this is the type of fire you want. It's all heat. There's a little piece of wood on there. But, yeah, see the steam coming up, the bubbles. Yeah, I love that grilling mat. Time to flip. Now here, I like to flip end for end. Oh yeah, they're talking to me. Yeah, buddy, they are talking to me. Now, see how juicy? I don't know if you can see the liquid or not, but they are juicy. Now here comes the reason you have to cook with P.B.R. This is like a tenderizer, and it adds a little bit of taste. And it's good for the cook. It's on.
Okay.
Watch your eyes. I'm going to turn on this big old light.
Okay.
Is that better for you?
Yep.
Well, I'm doing the flip about every 5 to 10 minutes. Look at that steak. Hon, get up here and show the juiciness. That is that copper mat. That copper mat is king. Show the fire if you would, hon. And every time I flip the steaks, I'm flipping these taters, trying not to puncture the tin foil. If those aren't done, we will put them in the microwave. But just from feeling the way they feel, I do believe those are going to be done. Now I did P.B.R. on the other side, so we need to put a little more P.B.R. on. That's how you get a well done steak. That's how you get a well done steak without it being shoe leather. Now these are, what are these, a ½ inch thick? These are a little over ½ inch thick. Just dribble just a little bit of P.B.R. on there. Yeah. I love that sizzle. And from my view, I can see that the bones are just a little bit charred, so that means the heat is definitely up there. We're inside of fish camp. This is Carolyn's birthday. She's checking to see if I actually, oh my, that knife just fell through that potato. So the potatoes were on for about 45 minutes. How is it? Is it done?
It's done.
Good. Can you check the steak to see how well that is?
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, do a cut like right around there to see if it's well done all the way through. And as you can tell, it is juicy. How is it, hon?
It's good all the way through.
Here, let me zoom in.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you don't have to eat your steak raw to have a well done steak. And Baxter said he would love to grab Daddy's steak, but Mr. B, I'll give you some of mine, but you're not taking Daddy's steak. Well, this has been the first cooking edition of Off-Grid Hillbilly Homemade, and it turned out so well, I think I'm going to put it on Truckin' Fish also. So, bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
How does it taste?
Delicious. Oh my gosh.
We turn the steak about every 5 minutes. That's about every 5 minutes you turn it over. But you have to use Pabst Blue Ribbon. Don't be buying none of that foreign crap and putting it on your steak. Because that cow run around America, so you need a red, white, and blue American beer.
Yep.
Thank you. If like, subscribe, drop a comment, whatever you want to do. Thank you.